What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, making their first appearance on here is Ry Cooder. In one way, this is my first time hearing of or listening to Ry Cooder, but then I knew I recognized the name, and he was the guy who was playing the blues parts for Ralph Macchio on Crossroads. The Crossroads duel, Steve Vai versus, Ry Cooder, is one of the most important things for any guitarist out there. I did miss out on diving deep into blues. I was huge into Josiah Triani and Steve Vai and anyone who was more heavy than them. Got really into neoclassical, metal, and that was the sort of guitar I was learning. One of my favorite things that we've done on this channel is that I've actually gone in deeper into blues, and it's filled me with regret that I didn't prioritize these blues players over these, very technical and impressive guitarists. But a blues man can speak to you with their guitar. It's almost like conducive to revelation, how just honest it is and how in touch it gets you with, again, the blues. So I'm excited to check out Ry Cooder. We're checking out The Prodigal Son, thanks to a tip and donation for from Marnie. Marnie first checked out Ry Cooder 50 years ago, so homie's been around for a minute. And his son on this, The Prodigal Son, live in studio, his son is on the drums. I trust Marnie a lot. Marnie's suggestions have really inspired me in terms of guitar playing and just musicianship in general, so let's do this. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Thank you, Marnie, again. If you want to support the channel, check out the description down below, but let's hang out here. And before I hit play, I have to, as part of, when we do these channels, we have to hit pauses. I'm going to try to keep the pauses and interruptions as short as possible, and we'll talk more in depth at the end of the video, but just know I have to.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. See what I mean? See what I mean? Dude, this is great. He thought he had gone astray, and that's why I believe. I didn't know he could sing this good too. I will go back home, 'cause I believe. Go back home and be the servant of it all. Okay. Well, his father saw him. All right, so it just hit me again, even though I read the title of the video. This is like being performed live. That's how masterful these musicians are. This sounds, the accuracy of like on one take doing this, unbelievable. Him coming, and he met him with a smile. He threw his arms around him. He said, "Now that is my darling child." And that is why. Yeah. Yeah. Father asked the prodigal, "Son, why you been gone so long? Wow. What made you so love the world and forget your happy home?" Well, the prodigal said, I really searched the world for true religion. No faith, no peace could I find, till I came to a little place called Bakersfield that eased my trouble in mind, and that's why. Okay. I love this song being a conversation of the prodigal son and the father. This is probably my favorite biblical story. Again, you can tell how, you know, like hip hop and things as such had maybe, and country, right? Country with their storytelling, hip hop with more like the spoken word approach. The blues is what inspired all of that. In the blues, again, you can tell these stories, and with the funk and everything, you pay attention to it, and it's just so cool.
Tavern where music band was playing, where the steel guitar rang out so sweet. I feel that I was praying when I asked the comely waitress, "Hey baby, is this a new teaching?" She said there is no God but God, and Ralph Mooney is his name. Let me empty your ashtray, Mr. Mooney. Oh, and if the drums interfere, I'll be sad. But just as long as you sit there on the bandstand and play a guitar like Buddha, I'll be glad.
Guitar like Buddha? Give me some of that sliding guitar, dude. I don't understand playing with a slider, because he's had the slider on that pinky the entire time. Here we go. After that suffering, you're
and be the serving of the Lord.
That's great, dude. I love that there was such a cool song about the prodigal son like this. That's freaking awesome. He's like, did we get the take? Dang right you did. This was posted in 2018, has 4 million views. A lot of people here are saying, you know, Ry Cooder is the best guitarist most people have never heard of. Been listening to Ry Cooder for 50 years. That drummer though, well, it's the son, bro. I didn't know that this guy was such a legend, man. Again, as a kid, I remember downloading this song illegally on Napster, the Crossroads Duel, and seeing the name Ry Cooder on there. And I listened to that so much. I didn't know this guy, like the guy was so legendary. So very cool. And again, as I mentioned, I love that story mainly because I feel like I was that child, you know, the prodigal son, and thankfully turned things around early enough that, you know, now I have my family and everything, and I'm just feel so lucky and blessed. And it's a good story reminding us of, you know, as parents, our children they're going to go through their own, you know, their own journeys and whatnot. And the best thing we can do is not keep pushing them away, but drawing them in so that when they come in, we almost don't even have to talk about what they did. We're just celebrating that they're back, and let's look to the future. It's such a great story. He's awesome. That was awesome. Marnie, thank you for that suggestion. Guys, comment down below. Should we check out some more Ry? Because again, homie seems like a legend that I haven't really spent much time looking into. Anyone in the blues, I'm down to keep going into, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan, want to continue with that. Joe Bonamassa, all of these guys. This has been one of the more meaningful rabbit holes I've gone through is the blues artists. They could do it all. They were preachers with the words they were saying, had awesome funky voices, and were incredible guitarists. They had it all, man. It's so cool. Much love, everybody.